On the previous episode, we began on Folkston, and pretty much gave you guys an introduction to Southeast Georgia, and what it's going to be all about. In this episode, we're going to be finishing everything from Folkston, well, everything in between the bridge that you're about to see in the next clip, and the city of Folkston, and the turnout somewhat. Not all of it's completed, I'm doing some stuff off camera, however, that's alright. This is going to be the last episode we'll visit here, and then we'll be going off to our next area. So with that being said, welcome back to Southeast Georgia. This episode is brought to you by our Patreons. Without them and their support for the channel, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do. So big shout out to them. Thank you to Craig Bishop, JC Long, David Holland, CJ, and Flame Rails. If you want to become a Patreon today, check the link in the description below. So to begin us off, let's make our way back to Folkston. Now, again, I'm going to reiterate what I said in episode 1. This is not supposed to look like, well, supposed to exactly look like Folkston. It's my own duration of it, I guess. Or my own way of making it look kind of like it. I wanted it to kind of feel like it's actually Folkston, but at the same time it's not. Again, it's mirrored and it's got some fictional things thrown in. It's a fictional route, guys, so it's not going to be 100% the entire thing. But to begin us off, I wanted to work on Folkston a little bit. I wanted to work on the Folkston storage track here. I ended up putting a bunch of trees here later, but I do believe I'm going to go back there and fix up like maybe a scrapyard or something. You know, just something to kind of fill in that void, because I don't want this to be, not narking on Run 8 or anything, but I don't want this to be like, you know, trees everywhere. Which at first I do that kind of thing here. I think it'd be somewhere in this clip. Then we start just putting down trees everywhere. And so I got the idea. Let's just make this look modern. Make it look like there's some business. Make it look like a little, you know, it's a little town. And so first of all, towns need gas stations. People need fuel. And so I'm using these PVR textures and stuff like that, and all this you can find on the download station. Not using any of the city ones though. I've heard that they're pretty good, but I haven't tried them in TRS-19 yet. I have tried them on the Conway. Which, speaking of which, we'll be going back to it sometime. Maybe it'd be probably this weekend. We may do a stream on the Conway. I don't know as of yet. It's all depending on how busy I am come this Sunday. However, it is Thanksgiving week for those that's in the States, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone that is watching that is from the States and that celebrate Thanksgiving. But other than that, let's get back on the topic. I wanted, I don't know, to kind of look like there was some business, there was some life, there was some homes. I didn't really go into full detail mode on the homes, but for some reason I went really ham on these parking lots. Don't know why. I guess it's because you could see them kind of good from the tracks, and so I wanted them to look as realistic as possible. Like, what would you find in the parking lot? So I've done some things to make it look and feel like it's alive, like it's something cool. And I'm messing with the layers there because I didn't want to keep moving that building because of its grab box or its wherever you can grab, you know. But mostly for stuff that I use in like road details and stuff like that, I use mostly JR stuff now. And somebody said that JR was offline on as a comment for some reason. Okay. Checked it just now and it's up and fine for me. Or is it? What could they be coming out with? Oh, they have an error. 522 connection timed out. So, joining round may be down. They might be updating something. So, give them time. He'll be back up. Probably for a Black Friday sale. You never know. Just, that I'm not really I'm not a member of Jointed Rail, so I wouldn't be able to help you. If we could refrain from telling me that Jointed Rail is down in my comments. But, anyway. I wanted to throw some houses down, and I didn't go really, like, super detail on these houses. I'm gonna, like, I put some driveways in, but I didn't put in, like, stop signs. And I wanted a Walmart here for some reason, but I think I'm gonna go back and delete that Walmart, because I don't think Folkston is big enough to have a Walmart. I think that little thing of stores over there is just fine. The Walmart, it might be, it's just, I don't know, it looks kind of too big for the city size itself, because it's not a big city. It's just, you know, it's just there, like it's a countryside town in the middle of southeastern Georgia. So that's what I wanted to do. But the Folkston, or the Walmart, will definitely be going away here by the next time you see this place. This is going to be the last time you see this place for a little while. We're going to be going to our next adventure here on episode 3. And it's going to be an adventure indeed. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you have to hit that subscribe button if you're just now watching this series, because we got a fun one coming up. But that's going to be coming out, I want to say, sometime this weekend, or just maybe early next week, all depending on, again, when I have the time to actually do the voiceover and do the putting everything together inside Adobe Premiere for you guys to actually have a video to watch. But everybody's going on about how the whole COPA YouTube thing, or COPA, or whatever they want to call it. Honestly, I think for YouTubers like me and Joe, I think we'll be fine, because we're more informative. We're more of a general basis. We don't have like one set diagram. Of course, I have to set the channel to adults, because it's not just for children, because we are all enthusiasts in this whole thing, and so that's what I wanted to do. And I am mixing some things up. I kind of broke my one rule that I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to use JVC stuff, but I feel like the JVC stuff actually helped out a lot in this one, because instead of putting down a bunch of moving bushes to destroy someone's computer, I put down a bunch of non-moving bushes. That they don't look that bad. Like if you're not like zoomed into them and you are staring at them, then they look bad. But if, you know, from as a distance standpoint, for things that are just passing by, they're fine. In my personal opinion. If you guys don't like them, tell me, and I will think about changing them. Maybe I might. Probably not. But going on, I wanted to fix up the crossings, because I tested all the crossings out and everything's working just fine. So these crossings will work, obviously, but anything that's made from Trainz and ported into TRS-19, you have to do this all over again for every single one of your crossings. So when the Conway releases, it's only going to be for Trainz starting out. You can install it for TRS-19, it's just the crossings won't work. Until we get to Season 2 of the Conway, we're going to redo it all for TRS-19. But, now it comes the fun part, tree planting. And I wanted to basically fill in the entire area from the bridge that you guys have seen in pictures and in the beginning and end of the videos. I wanted to fill in on that area, put in some bushes, put in some trees, put in some things to make this place come to life. But Georgia is like that. It's spread out. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot of things like that. There is, you know, obviously major cities and metropolises as you're going into and getting closer to Atlanta, which I don't know if I'll make a version of Atlanta. I don't know. It's all depending on how we go and how far this series goes, really. The first episode, guys, you all doing great. We got like almost 900 views on that and almost 50 likes. Thank you all. I greatly appreciate that, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the series, because I'm enjoying building this one. Because this is making me learn, like I said in the first episode, a lot of different things about TRS-19, and you guys are going to see me screw up here in just a second, because I used 2 different grasses, and I didn't know that I did it. Trial and error, my friends, trial and error. But this is the moment when I realized, oh, well, I'd use 2 different grasses. I like this one better. But what I wanted to do with it, I didn't want to completely get rid of the other one, because I kind of like it too. So I kind of, yes, I do kind of fill in the area a lot, but I am going back off camera and mixing in that, just doing light brushes, because if you can see that right there, as you're doing circles like that, it does light touches to things. And it's probably done on every game, you know, but, you know, me just, you know, realizing this and making a brainstorm. I want to throw in different colors into that and kind of make everything bleed, make the grasses stand out. And so that's what I've been doing off camera on the route as of now, before getting started to the next area. We're gonna be doing a lot of the known places first, and then we're gonna be going off of the known places. Like there's a few different known places that we have planned for this. Two of them are obviously, one of them is Folkston. The other one is the other rail cam area, and we have another big area that's going to be coming up in episode 3. But I'm not going to be doing it completely to scale. Again, like I said, this is only just for fun. This is basically just me learning the ways of everything, me trying to see what I can create in TRS-19, and also creating something for a friend. So that's basically what this is all about. And yes, to answer some questions, yes, it will be released to the public, and it will be free as the first TRS-19 project from us here at WIT Simulations. It will be free, just like the Conway is, and honestly, that's really about it. We're almost up to the cinematics. We're not too far away, but again, putting down some JVC stuff, and I need to put in some more trees. Like, you know, after going back through and watching this video, I believe I'm going to be doing that after we get this recorded. I need to put in a few more trees, maybe some billboard trees that don't look really bad. Like TB trees now in TRS-19, they look awful. They look bad. But in TRS-19, honestly, like, the best trees for it is STRMM. And that's what I've been using on this, is a lot of STRMM trees. But I don't want to really make things like squished together like we do with the mountains on the Conway and stuff with the TB trees, because then it becomes a lag issue, and I need to go back and fill in some holes, fill in some gaps with some other types of bushes and stuff that kind of look good and look good to the part and doesn't look like complete crap. And these JMR signals are absolutely fantastic. You can find them on the download station. But with all that being said, I think we're getting up to the cinematics, and I am about out of things to say and out of things to talk about. So, with all that being said, thank you all so much for the love and support on the first episode. I'm glad you all are enjoying it, because again, I am enjoying building this. If you guys like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you have any ideas for different things. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to become a Patreon and help support the channel and help support the things that we do and help keeping our routes free, then please check out the link in the description below. But with all that being said, guys, I will see you on down the line. Enjoy these small cinematics. Bye-bye.